So this is going to be the first of 3 videos in which I want to show you different types of doors that are available nowadays. This one here is called a flush door, and this is sort of the cheaper type of door that you can pick up from your run-of-the-mill hardware store. And obviously you can see it's called a flush door because there's no indents or grooves or anything in the actual door. However, nowadays in modern manufacturing techniques, they have made doors that do have fake panels pressed into the actual skin of the door, if you like. So technically they're not a flush door, but the construction technique and the different types are the same, so we can sort of group them in together. So these flush doors, they come in 2 types. One is what they call a hollow core door, and the other one's a solid core door. Now generally, hollow core doors are used for interior, and solid core doors are used for exterior and wherever you need, like fire separation or even noise separation in your doors, you'd use a solid core door. So just going to have a quick look at how they're constructed. So we'll do the hollow core door first. So the first thing they have with a hollow core door is just a little layer or a veneer, generally about 3mm thick, and it's made of whatever the company wants, and depends on the finish you want for the door. If you want to have a wood grain finish, then it might be a veneered plywood, but if you're only going to have a painted finish, then you would just have probably like a masonite veneer on the outside of the door. Inside that veneer, they then construct a very thin frame, generally only 20 to 25mm thick, obviously wide enough to make up the width of the door, and these interior hollow core doors are generally only 35mm in thickness. So piece of timber all the way around the door. What they also do is they throw in a lock block. So this is a block that lets you drill in your lock to actually shut the door, and you'll notice when you buy these, on the lock side there'll be a sticker that tells you that that's the side with the lock block in it, and of course you can find that by tapping on the door to find out where it is as well. And then for the rest of the door, all they do is they fill it in with this cardboard honeycomb pattern, and that just stops the 2 panels from sort of touching each other. And that's it. A very lightweight, very cheap way to manufacture a door. And then just on top of that, they plant another bit of veneer, piece of ply, masonite, whatever they're using, and that's your hollow core flush door. So the other type is what they call a solid core, and again starts with a 3mm veneer on one side, and then they just put in a decorative piece or a more dressed up piece of timber on both sides, and they fill the core of the door with solid timber in this case. And it can be finger jointed, it's just whatever they've got laying around in the factory, as cheap as they can. Or if they have it available, they could use a man-made board like chipboard or MDF. Or if they had a fire rated door, they could put materials in there to increase the fire rating of the door. And I've actually heard of them putting in sheets of steel for security doors and that sort of thing as well. And then back on the other side, there's our veneer or our sheet of ply, masonite, again to give us the surface. So there we go. There's the parts of a hollow core and a solid core flush door.